fuck plants?
Why not?
Fair enough. Oh, there's some prick outside. But anyway, here we're playing The Last of Us today.
Tommy. What a cliche name.
Oh, shut up, he's from Texas.
True. Texas.
And
what a cliche state.
one of the more amazing games sort of movie games, because it is a movie game. You play it, but it is extraordinarily linear, which isn't a bad thing. But it is also one of the better games that I've ever played. I do enjoy the story of it.
Yeah. A little bit more free roam would be sick, though.
Yeah, well, those sorts of games are good, but, you know, it's got a nice story.
It does.
It's one thing that you can watch through the game is that Joel has a hard time saying thank you.
So, you do know?
Like, even to his, 10-year-old daughter. 10-year-old daughter here. He's just like...
Yeah.
Doesn't
sold
thank you for the watch.
on the streets. But no, anyway,
She
sorry.
did not...
To buy him a watch.
Don't you ruin this magical moment.
What's with all the crazy interlacing, bro?
Yeah, you would.
What do you mean?
When they move. All the interlacing.
I don't notice anything.
There's not as much there. Not as much there. It did it before with Big Time.
No, I think
Went
it's full
on
of shit.
crazy stripy shit. Anyway, yeah.
Maybe it's just
It
the
is,
VLC
it is a
play.
very good game.
Ugh.
Yeah, see? On his finger, interlacing.
I don't know, man. It's probably just the VLC or the quality of the video on here.
Yeah. Anyway.
Maybe you just stop fucking pulling it.
What
pulling it out.
interlacing? Stop talking about it, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
It sort of makes you wonder with the apocalypse.
Honey, I need to get your daddy on the phone.
Uncle Tommy, what
Oh, I can't make it really fuck my thought process was going on there. But
Uncle Tommy?
I do like the Dawn of the Wolf poster. I'm curious as to whether or not that is a Twilight reference. Or a Dracula reference or something. Like it's sort of or like a combo of the two.
What was that?
Yeah.
It's like just the way it's sort of shown there.
Does it pop up at any other time through the game? I can't
Yeah, it
remember.
pops up heaps.
And the posters and shit.
Along with giraffes.
Oh, dang it.
Like the giraffes do appear at the end of the game, but there must have been, you would think that in the Last of Us universe there was a giraffe movie or something. Because there are giraffe fucking toys everywhere. It is the one toy that is just everywhere.
Maybe one of the designers just fucking loves giraffe.
Well, thanks, Pop. You don't like anything I do when you hate me, but you know, you're the best dad ever. Doesn't actually hate him.
She's got a skateboard and stuff. Can't hate it.
That is one thing that I when watching this, like playing this game and seeing this opening intro bit, is that, yes, a giraffe is... They're supposed to be showing Joel as this sort of character who, you know, probably had a teen pregnancy and then has sort of been coping from then on, and he's sort of in a construction job. Not to say all construction workers are idiots, because I'd quite like to be a construction worker.
Yeah.
But sort of showing him as he can only get manual labour jobs.
Yeah. So he's not a
And,
highly
you know,
educated individual.
and trying to sort of scrape by.
Yeah.
And look at the fucking house he's got.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's got McMansion.
Yeah, that is a fucking mansion.
Yeah. Especially compared to Australia. Although our houses are getting bigger, which is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, he's got the kids' room there, and his fucking ensuite in here. He's got this fucking massive room with the inbuilt bathroom and shit. Like, his house is ridiculous. It sort of shows you that sort of people not living within their means sort of thing that sort of sparked the economic crisis we had not that many years ago.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Banks loaning people money and that they we'll never be able to pay back.
Well, I think that also in America there's there's still that big connection for the American dream, that they feel that that's what they should have,
No, yeah.
etc. Like, you know, they should have the house with the white picket fence and 2.5 kids and, you know,
The big house.
and the big house, etc.
Like, I don't know about
and they
you,
try and
but I mean,
strive
my
to
house
live
is pretty good. But at the same time, it is not that big.
Yeah.
And I
Same.
could have myself and a child.
Yeah.
Same with you.
Yeah.
And it's not as big as that. It is not this two-story mansion.
Yeah. Our houses would fit in half of the downstairs of this house.
Yeah. Ridiculous. He's fucking study over there. And look at all the stuff he's got.
Yeah.
Like, he is obviously not shown to be struggling that badly.
Yeah. Unless is the mother dead in this? She is, isn't she?
I don't think she's
She's
dead,
just not
but
there.
she's just not around yet.
Okay. Well, because I wondered if she was dead, maybe it's a household that was a family household, and she's died, and you know what I mean. So it was a 2-income household, etc. It's been so long since I played
I
this
think
game.
it's sort of left ambiguous deliberately.
Yeah.
I mean, I was getting
There
the
aren't no
picture.
mummy pictures and stuff around.
Yeah, I was getting the picture that
It's got 2 microwaves.
she sort of just did it.
Looked
I
like
noticed that. Oh, what the fuck?
maybe one was a little stovetop oven or something. It looked like 2 microwaves.
Oh, well, with the powers of reverse.
Huh? Just leave it. See you in the morning, Dad.
Where the fuck are you? Well, it sort of shows. I think I got the vibe of one
Microwave. Microwave.
What the fuck? I sort of got the picture of Joel as the mum, maybe sort of. You know, they sort of got pregnant when they were teenagers.
Yeah.
And I think the mum might have
Hit the
fucked
road.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the picture I was getting.
It's fucking studying everything.
Yeah, I know. Because, like, imagine if this was just Joel and he only got Sarah every other week.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is his house.
Yeah.
This is
I
not-
think maybe he's already a drug smuggler at this point.
It
He's
does
going
sort of-
out late at night, working with his colleagues,
Yeah.
contractor.
That's why they got infected there. They
Yeah.
were smoking some nice shit. Actually, no, they wouldn't. They were selling some nice shit. You don't fucking sample your own goods.
That's right. I'm warning you. Oh my god! Shot in the neck.
It does sort of show Joel as... He is... I don't know. It's hard to say. Because certainly later on in the game, he is an unhinged individual. And I wonder if he's always sort of been an unhinged individual.
Well, yeah, probably.
I mean, they do the thing shortly where they show the differences between Tommy and Joel, where Tommy's willing to help the family on the right side of the road, and Joel's like, no,
Yeah.
we've got our own shit to worry about. Which, you know, both sides, fair enough.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'll see. I very often take the line of, is it worth the risk to me to help that person? You know what I mean? It's like when you see hitchhikers, you're like, yeah, you know, I could give you a lift, but
You could kill me. Not that I'm too concerned about that. What the... Yeah,
Cop car.
because I don't want to go straight to topics. I want to talk about the apocalypse a bit more, but I can't think.
Oh,
of the
apocalypse!
question.
My brother said, gave me an interesting thing because he likes to read bits and pieces every now and again, and he came across a little article that had the suggestion that based off some of the some passages in the Bible, etc., from like Revelations or some shit, which is like the batshit crazy stuff.
As opposed to the non-batshit crazy stuff of the Bible.
Well, the rest of it's just kind of, yeah, not as not as
From
batshit
memory,
as Revelations.
Revelations is at the end, yeah. I have read a bit of
I think Revelations is like the first book, isn't it? Like the really...
I thought Revelations was at the end.
Anyway.
Either way, it's all bullshit.
From the really batshit crazy bit, that suggests that Jesus could actually be like the fourth horseman. He is actually like death.
Okay.
And I was like, I think it was death. Well, anyway, so that Jesus is actually one of the horsemen. In which case, tread fucking lightly. Maybe his return wouldn't be the best thing.
That's an interesting...
Yeah. I meant to do a bit more research into it and try and have a bit more look into it. Because I thought that was an interesting piece of mythology that would be a bit of fun to play with, Yeah. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's sort of got me thinking now. That'd make a cool game, actually.
Yeah, it would be pretty good.
Or a final boss.
Yeah.
I am death,
pretty awesome.
otherwise known as Jesus.
Yeah.
I am death Jesus.
So anyway, I might have to have a chat to my bro and get a bit more details
That
about
would
where I
require
found
a
that
lot more
article or
reading
whatever.
of the Bible that I would ever care to do.
Nah, fuck that, and just find other articles. It's all fiction anyway.
Why is it all black?
Oh,
That's right, I got hit by a
that's
bus.
what she said.
Oh, Jesus, that does get the shit kicked out of me.
Messed up. Dang.
Joel is, he's pretty fucking hardcore.
Yeah.
Doing all this and stuff.
Oh, that's the benefit of a job that requires physical labour.
Yeah, that's true.
You're already a step ahead of a lot of people.
Oh, the problem... playing through this game, because this game will be played on grounded mode, where Tommy's pretty hardcore too. He just beat the shit out of a guy with a brick.
Yeah.
That's where you don't fuck with Texans. But yeah, that's sort of... Well, this will be grounded mode, so that part of that difficulty is you can't see health bar. You fucking die in basically one hit, sort of shit. You find no stuff. There's empty drawers everywhere. It's fucking irritating. And you have no hearing mode, which is where Joel can, sort of hear and it shows everyone, kind of like in Hitman or Assassin's Creed, where it shows you how many people are in the area, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you can sort of use your super hearing. You don't have that, so you sort of got to play
that shit.
Yeah. I'm a glutton for punishment. It was fun though. But playing back through it, there was a lot of sort of inconsistencies I found with the sort of virus, not the virus strain, but the parasite strain that this sort of fungal infection goes. The bite thing, fair enough. The way the bite is explained is that it's not just bites, it's being exposed to bodily fluids of an infected person.
Yeah.
Which, fair enough.
In which case, he's covered in blood from the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, every time you get blood on you from a victim, well, then that's bodily fluids.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And that would also mean that Ellie's infected.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, whatever. That would mean if she ever kissed anyone or shared food with Joel, that's sharing fluids.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
If she is a carrier and not just pure immune.
Yeah.
Which I'm not quite sure which it is.
Yeah, they don't really explore it, do they?
I know that her brain is sort of covered by the parasite, the fungus infection.
Ah,
But yeah, it is. The mushrooms grown all over the brain. That's why they have to dissect her brain because the fungus grows all over the brain. So her brain is just covered in mushrooms, basically.
Alright. That sounds like you would have a horrible, horrible headache.
Oh, look at this asshole. This guy's a
Bloody
dick.
military assholes.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the military. They can be okay, but you know, they're just sort of. When I say jump, you say how high, sort of bullshit. I fucking hate that. As if you would. I mean, I suppose there is the sort of, you know, everyone could be infected, sacrifice the few to save the many, but I've always hated that sort of idea. Oh, what a pity.
Boom! Go Tommy.
And one of the saddest moments in video games, supposedly. I had heard people going, oh, you know, and I've got hardcore friends, and even they cried at this scene. And you're like, it's a sad scene, but it's not that bad.
Ah, they're hardcore friends with children.
Maybe, yeah. It is a sad scene, but it is not, you know, worth crying over for me, anyway.
No, I don't think I cried over it.
Yeah.
But maybe, you know, if I played it again and it was
Oh, maybe
dark
now that
and I
you've
was
got a
by
child.
myself. I would yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
that's
it would
fucked up.
just make me angry. I do know that, because I know there was a bit in Dragon Age where you basically your cousin gets. No, I think it was your kid brother or something, and they get killed, and it sort of reminded me of a family member, and it sort of just aggravated me. But then I just went into like rage and just killed everyone outside the door, sort of thing. Well, maybe that's just the two personality types being displayed there. But this game will be. We won't just be playing one, like, you know, going in a linear line with this. Now that we've had the opening cutscene, we'll now jump to further in the summer.
Where the shit gets real.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
And yeah, and so the fungus part of it,
Yeah.
the spores are infecting, they say.
Yeah,
The
because you see the
spores can infect
bodies
you.
turn into like the...
Spores, yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're in a cluster of spores, you have to get the mask on. But
Yeah.
surely there would be spores all around the world, kind of like the
Yeah,
asbestos
yeah.
problem.
Well,
So is it just
spores
some
are
people
everywhere.
are more likely to be infected by?
yeah, maybe
the
it's like a
spore?
density thing. Like
Yeah.
maybe a small amount of spores your body is able to fight off, or doesn't. You know.
But-
But if you get a concentration of them, if you get a large amount in your lungs, that's it.
Yeah.
Your body can't deal with it. That
Too much
that
for your
would
body to deal with.
probably be the best explanation, because I mean there is spores and
Yeah,
yeasts
everywhere.
and stuff everywhere. Like that's how I fucking make my ginger beer, man. You leave, all you have is like ginger and sugar in water, and you leave it with the top off for a bit, and that's it. The yeasts from the air get in there and start fermenting it. You don't need to add anything else.
Yeah, well, that's like supposedly
it's
like
the same
with,
thing with spores. They're just
with asbestos, the amount that can actually cause cancer and all the rest of it. You just have to
It's
take like
concentration.
the hair on your. Well, this guy that was describing it was a bald man, and he said to get one of the tiny hairs on his head, and to cut it into sixths, and then to take one of those sixths, and that's the amount of asbestos that requires to fuck you up.
yeah, potentially.
Yeah.
Causing mesothelioma and shit.
And so it's sort of, and they never describe it as a density. They're always just like, oh, spores.
Yeah.
Spores will kill you, and you're like, well, no. And so that would also sort of lead to, couldn't you just take a bunch of spores and build it up so you could get the body and like expose the body enough over a certain period of time that you would become immune yourself?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. I suppose it's one of those things that maybe, I mean, I know with some molds and stuff that the spores have a certain level of toxicity to them anyway. Oh, that was a
Fucking-
shit
yeah,
shot,
I
bro.
know.
That was an ass!
I'll wait for it. I think this is the one because I die at one point in this, but look at my mad bow skills.
I do love using bows in
Yeah,
video games. I really like that with
Because you
Tomb
can
Raider.
fucking keep your arrows. That's why.
Yeah.
It's stealthy. Doesn't make a sound in video games.
Yeah.
And you can fucking just
And
if you
craftable.
do it properly, you can just keep reloading your weapons.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Oh shit, son.
Oh, I don't think this is the right one, which is unfortunate because
This means this is the one you die in.
no, it is the one I die in, but I did one earlier where I made this fucking like another giraffe.
Giraffe.
I did this fucking amazing shot and I got an achievement for it because it was like from the bus all the way over to over there, that dude, but from the bus.
Nice.
And I got this mad achievement for it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's a toxicity, an innate toxicity to the spores. So maybe like the toxicity takes you down and then the fungus starts growing. So maybe, but
Yeah,
like
I
you said,
suppose.
in that instance, if there was a toxicity, maybe you could, make yourself immune to through exposure. But
Yeah,
yeah,
to
there are,
expose it
like
to
you
small
say,
doses,
inconsistencies.
like poison.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all. Most poisons are. It's just a level of toxicity, and a lot of the time you can build up resistance to them.
Yeah, so you think you just more and more, but yeah, there's other inconsistencies. And there's also the fact that, which is irritating to me,
broke
is
your
that
arrow.
Joel gets impaled on that
Wow!
rebar, and then he sort of, or more
Holy
realistically,
fuck.
he would bleed to death, but he doesn't and somehow survives the winter.
Yeah.
But
Where
did
does he
survive
get
that.
run through?
When he falls off the balcony and then gets impaled on the rebar through the abdomen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you would think he would be pretty fucked up from that.
Oh no, I must have just cut that bit out. Oh, why did I do that? That's irritating. Oh no, wait, no, never mind.
No. Still need
I
the face eaten.
remember where I die. The first of many times.
Oh my god.
I know it's an interesting is introducing a gay character into a video game as well.
Hey?
Heavily implied Bill is gay.
Alright. Yeah.
His partner, whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah.
Plus Ellie finding his copies of some gay magazines, some gay porn. And I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty good. They didn't make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
It's just gay. And I think that's probably, the best way to do that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't go, oh look, this is the gay character.
Yeah.
Look how progressive we are. He's gay.
You just have him running around in like a rainbow t-shirt. Speaking like this.
And no,
Oh
he's
my
just...
god, there's zombies!
I mean, it is remarkable the amount of gay people, well, the gay men I know that speak that way.
It
You
is.
can just look at them and you just...
I have wondered that.
Yeah, because you go, are you gay? You don't ask them that. But you do think to yourself, are you gay? And then later you find out that they are. And you're like, I could pick that just
Yeah.
from the tone of your voice.
It is strange, and like
Like, is it
there are
just...
straight people that talk that way.
No, wait, there we go.
Oh, just got you when you weren't looking.
Yeah, I thought I had a bit more time, but Ellie and Bill took their fucking sweet time.
Getting a fat gay ass through the window. No, yeah, I find it.
Is it just that they... That's sort of just how they speak? That's just sort of how they're wired to speak? Or is it due to shows like, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy that people, they just sort of...
Well,
kind of like the whole being shot thing and falling down. You don't actually fall down when you get shot. It's because people have seen it in films that they fall down and get shot. It's only when they realise they've been shot that they sort of buckle at the knees and stuff.
Yeah.
Quite a number of people have been shot and not realised it and just kept walking until they realise they've been shot and then they fall to the knees.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. That's what confuses me. It's like I've had friends that have come out being gay, and then after they've, come out, then they start to take on that characteristic in their speech.
That campness.
Yeah, and I just find it really weird. Like, is it like a social pressure that they expect?
That people expect them to talk like that?
And so they
Or
do.
have they just always wanted to talk like that and just sort of had an act?
In which case, is the... Yeah, but it is strange because, I have... There are plenty of straight people that have got that camp nature to them.
Yeah. Because it's not the one rule that fits everything. There are people who have that sort of camp voice, like you said, and then they got wife and 2 kids.
Yeah, which just actually doesn't mean they're not gay. But
yeah, they could just be hiding in the closet sort of thing.
we make assumptions. But yeah, I have wondered that a few times. It is strange, and there's probably plenty of gay people and transgender persons that don't talk in a different. They don't act any differently. And why should they? But yeah, I mean, it's kind of strange. There's a movie with it's got Sandra Bullock and I think it's got Christ, can't think of his name from Fight Club. Christ, Brad Pitt. In it.
Why couldn't you think of that?
I don't know.
Think of the other dude.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why. Anyway, and it was kind of strange that Sandra Bullock's character gets kidnapped or is being held hostage by this hitman. He's being paid to do it, and she's worried about sexual assault, and at some point in the movie he sort of mentions look, that's not going to be an issue with you. It's okay, because he's gay. But he's he's a big burly bloke. He's like one of the lead guys from The Sopranos. He died not that long ago.
Okay.
Anyway,
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and he's a burly barrel chested guy, and then this has got facial hair and stuff, and you don't. It's completely against the stereotype of what you would think is a gay man. But I thought that was quite good, and they didn't.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, that's right. Anyway.
And that being said, I saw an article the other day of apparently a preacher was trying to say that all men should grow beards because it'll stop them from being gay. Clearly, you have never seen a finely groomed beard.
Anybody for a mustache ride?
Clearly, he has never been to the bare part of the gay community.
Oh, dear. What a naive little Christian man.
It's to see those stories that come out and you're just like, you fucking sad, naive creature.
You're gay, aren't you?
What was it that wanting to keep the mentally ill out of their sermons? I'm pretty sure that most people who believed in your bullshit throughout history have been the mentally ill. That is how your culture or your religion has come about. Oh, yeah. What? I thought I cut that death out.
Oh, lame.
Whoops.
Yeah, my wife was mentioning the other day that if you went through the Bible, it was in reference to a piece of literature where some batshit crazy Lutheran person dropped in our letterbox. I only say batshit crazy because I had a quick look at it and I was like, holy fuck, Lutherans. They're out there. God damn. I kept it just for you, Will, to have a flick through because it's terrifying.
Oh, I would enjoy that.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing that Nowadays, back in the day, you know, we didn't have television, we didn't know any better, so you fucking have someone go, "Oh, the fucking bush was talking to me." The next person would go, "Oh, what the fuck did the bush say?" Nowadays, you just be like, "Oh, the fucking bush was talking to me," and they're like, "Well, I've got a phone number I'm gonna call, and I'm gonna lock you up for a while, get you some decent medication."
The point that my wife made was that if you went through that piece of literature or the Bible and replaced all the words God with the tooth fairy, people would think you were batshit crazy. But because it's God, they somehow think it's acceptable. Like,
yeah. It's kind of like about...
you didn't.
Yeah, I know. It's
You still got him.
Yeah, if, you know, our society collapses and then 1,000 years from now, some prick comes along and discovers, like, the Harry Potter books. That will be a religion. And, you know, like, Batman and Superman will be local folklore gods and that sort of stuff.
That could be good, actually.
The Church of Batman.
That should either be in a computer game or a movie. Yep, it's good.
These
Some
sorts
kind
of
of
references,
dystopian
yeah.
future. This kind of a
Set after
post-apocalyptic.
ours.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
Nier sort of had elements of that. Because it was set so far in the future that they didn't really know what some of their stuff was. And of course you knew, but the characters didn't.
Yeah.
And that's sort of pretty cool in that sort of respects. I'm sure things have done it, but I don't know enough of them.
Yeah, I wonder things like that myself. That at the point where, like our point now is the equivalent of the Stone Age. You know, how are people going to look at it?
Yeah.
You know, what is it? Yeah, it's
That's probably what they're trying to do with all that nuclear technology, with trying to figure out how they're going to word it to people to say, "Hey, motherfucker, this shit's dangerous."
Yeah.
But in a language that is sort of universal.
So far, mathematics is the only one.
Mm.
It's just kind of sucks because I'm really bad at it.
That doesn't mean future generations will be.
Well, that's true.
I got a fair decent amount of shotgun ammo from this fight.
Yeah, dog.
I fucking trying to finish grounded mode on this game. Well, just grounded mode.
I'm not
fucking
even gonna
game is
try.
grounded
I'm
mode.
just too shit.
It just took me 2 years to do, man, because I kept coming. Like, I got up to a certain point, and then I just kept dying, and I kept having to come back to it. I mean, it didn't help that my controller was broken for like a year, but eventually I got a new controller, and then I finished the fucking thing, and it was so worth it. And then playing Left Behind, which is the DLC.
Alright, that's the really hard shit. Yeah.
It wasn't. It was actually pretty easy up
Okay.
until the final battle, basically.
Alright.
And you want to know where they give you the shotgun? Well, no, the rifle. Sorry, you get it in the middle of the final battle.
Oh,
So
wow.
I didn't even have enough time to equip it around. I was too concerned, and I just used the fucking bow and arrow. Why give me the rifle that far into the game?
Just to make it that much harder,
I might post the video clip later and show you, but it was fucking irritating. Because I didn't even know I got it. I thought I was done. I had the pistol and I had the bow and arrow. I thought, I wasn't going to get any more weapons than that. And then, halfway, because in the final battle, you come up to the bit where Joel's bleeding out and next to the horse.
Wow!
And
Wow!
Ellie takes out a bunch of dudes and then goes to open the door. At which point...
I fights that one off.
Yeah, I know. For people who haven't played this game, clickers are a one-hit kill.
Yeah, and look at all the visceral spray from that.
Yeah, that's all bodily fluids, motherfucker. It's like the people that do these things just don't understand how bodily fluids work.
Yeah. Oh, blood, that's not a... Oh.
No, wait a
Oh,
second.
wait a minute. It's empty. What? It's fucking empty, guys.
Yeah, this is because they're looking for a battery for a car.
Yeah.
I'm telling the...
Alright, yeah, okay.
I don't know what they're fucking doing. And we're currently looking for a battery for a car. Because apparently, it's a really missed opportunity. I know it's sort of got that sort of air of mystery about it, and it's sort of adds to it. But it would have been really cool to have just had. I would have paid for it. A bunch of DLC that sort of did explain Joel's, adventures before Ellie.
Yeah,
You know, like how did he meet Tess? What favor does he owe Bill?
Yeah.
How did him and Tommy fall out? What were some of the things he did during the years that were so terrible that Tommy doesn't forgive him for it?
Yeah. That is. Shit like that's pretty big in the game. Too.
Yeah,
Like
I would pay for that DLC.
yeah.
Because it's shown, even at the start of the game, like you're walking around and people know you. And in Boston, where Joel starts off, you are a known criminal underworld element.
Yeah. Right.
Like, people go, oh, that's Joel.
Boston.
Don't fuck with him. He is
Yeah,
a
right, so you
known
start in
smuggler
Texas and ends
drug
up in
dealer.
Boston. That's a pretty big hike for post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, well, it's 20 years.
Yeah.
And America's not quite as big as here.
Wow, I suppose.
And that being said,
Yeah, I
I'm not
suppose the
entirely
cars and
sure
shit
he
still
was
look-
actually in Texas.
Alright.
But he certainly wasn't in Boston.
No, because they would all be talking like this.
I'm
in
pretty
Boston.
sure he was probably on the outskirts of Texas. And he just gets moved around
Yeah.
and traveling for 20 years. I'm pretty sure even in a post-apocalypse area, because cars wouldn't have been completely abandoned.
Yeah,
at the start.
exactly. Like, you
It
still
would not
have all
take
that
you
shit.
20 years to get to Boston from Texas.
No. Well, I'd like to think not.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe if, like in colonial times, but
No, maybe a horse and cart, but yeah.
with no roads. And having to deal with, like, hostile
Grizzly
native
bears.
tribes and shit.
I think I'm doing alright here. And then I just
And then you just...
beat the shit out of this.
Oh, that's alright. At least you got beat the shitting.
Yeah.
Beat
I
the
think
shitting?
I tried to shoot him, but then I was just like, no.
Again, though, bare knuckles.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that's straight exposure. Anybody that's punched anything with any kind of force knows that if you're hitting someone that hard, that's bodily fluids, motherfucker.
That's splitting skin.
Of
It's
both
sort of-
counterparts.
Terrifying how many people have got like HIV and stuff, and then you just punched them in the mouth and got their blood all over you.
Yep. It's not that I'm a pacifist, I'm just a germaphobe.
Just infections are just.
Oh, these
shit.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate those motherfuckers.
They're rough. Like, look, density spore right there, done, infected,
Yeah.
finished. There are a couple of other
Boom!
things as well, but. And
Ah.
then there's like the main villain of this game, who's there is no real main villain, but sort of the main villain of Ellie's story, David, who's the whatever you call it, the kind of he's not a pedophile, but he enjoys prepubescent girls.
Yeah.
I'll wait for it and. Boom.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, that's nasty. And it's not stated as such, but it is heavily implied.
That's his fetish.
Yes. She's one of David's new play toys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just chuck in a few extras.
Yeah. Well, in other difficulties, those guys give you extra ammo. Because it's fucking grounded mode, they give you fuck all. They just
They
waste
your
your bullets.
ammo.
That being said, if you know what you're doing, the loaders aren't too hard.
Hey, go Bill. Machete
Yeah.
to the back.
There is one thing that Bill... There are many things that Bill is, and weak is not one of them. Paranoid, an asshole. Yeah, because if you aim for the bits, then it doesn't take as much to kill the bloater.
Ah.
But if you just shoot willy-nilly, then it sort of takes a bit.
Boom!
More spray.
Yeah. And, you know, he just fragmented the skull there. There's no way that wouldn't poke through your jeans and shit. Like,
unless, of course, the fungal infection has sort of weakened the head to a degree, and it's sort of more
I suppose.
mushroomy.
Yeah. Maybe.
Attack of the mushroom
That's
heads.
pretty good.
Yeah,
like
see,
that.
you can sort of rationalise things to a degree, but that would mean that bloater there would have been just pure mushroom, and it would have been picked apart so easy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I suppose, you know, on the outside it could form into hard plates and stuff, and it's all like squidgy in the middle.
I suppose, yeah. And this was a bright bitch, because then they just add another 2. And I'm pretty remember on the other difficulty that I had no ammo at the end of this. And it was on like 1 health. And if those 2 killed you, you would go back to the beginning of the boss fight.
Oh, motherfuckers.
This is on Grounded New Game Plus.
Yeah.
So all my guns are sort of leveled up and stuff. And I've got extra health and shit. First time round it was rough. Yeah, I did save it until, because there were bits at the start before this that I thought, oh, maybe I'll start recording now, but I sort of wanted the bow and arrow, because the bow and arrow sort of allows you to be a lot better.
Are we recording?
Yeah, but we're not recording video, we're recording audio.
Yeah, that's right, it's not, yeah. Yeah, that's annoying that it doesn't show that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Run, fucker, run!
And it's also interesting that quite a few times in this game, at the end of the battle, Joel will like run away as if people are still following him, not realizing that I've killed everyone in the room.
Yeah.
Like, was I supposed to run here? Not just slaughter everyone around?
Bill, somebody had the same idea. They stole my shit. Well, then what the hell is
Plan
I'm
B.
pretty sure I will look like Joel when I'm 50. That is me in 30 years' time.
Man, that's you in like 10 years' time. You grey haired motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you know this guy or something?
And then I'll just stay that way for 30 years.
Who the hell's Frank?
Oh, we found Frank.
Yeah. His gay friend.
Yeah, well, he is wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
Like,
Who the fuck could wear that shirt?
it's all
it's a sad
hurt.
moment,
It's
yeah.
all hurt.
And it does, you know, and people then sort of show Joel as sort of being an asshole, but he isn't. Like, he does sort of have that whole, you know, Ellie's his world at the end, because he doesn't want to see his now surrogate daughter die, like
Yeah.
he has to watch his actual daughter die. He isn't, I'm not saying he's not unhinged. He is an unhinged individual,
Yeah.
but at the same time he's not completely unrelatable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, I mean, the way he's talking to Bill here, and he actually sort of gives a shit about Bill, and he does care about his friends.
Yeah.
He is sort of hard to open up to, but, you know, he is a decent dude.
Yeah.
He's just sort of had to deal with a lot of shit.
But he's like me and my own. Not
Everybody.
Yeah, he's not like a seriously altruistic guy. He doesn't just help every motherfucker he comes across. He's like, it's me and my own. You know, you're my buddy. I help you. You know, you help me. You know,
Anyone out of that circle,
that's it.
yeah, too bad.
Yeah, and I relate to that.
Yeah, I can relate to it to a degree as well. There's only so many motherfuckers you can help in the world.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things that, you know, if you just try and help everybody, then you eventually end up not having anything of your own, and means you can't help anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you got
And there are
to
just
be
some people you
conservative
just
with your
can't help.
resources.
Some people you just can't help.
Yeah, that's right.
even if you want to.
Uh,
That sort of
Humans.
show, yeah, pieces of shit. Does I do like how they show with Tommy's group that, you know, the world wouldn't just completely go to shit, that people would band together and help.
yeah.
That a lot of apocalypse movies don't show. They just show everyone's just out for themselves.
Yeah.
And, you know, no one's saying that they wouldn't be the dickheads. They
Oh,
are.
yeah.
They were always going to be the arseholes that are just going to be pricks.
Hands
But-
down.
There will be people that will band together as well. Like Tommy had the whole, just basically that town outside the walls of the cities. And, you know, he had generators and all this other bullshit. Growing their own crops and food and stuff.
Yeah.
Had schools teaching kids and all the rest of it. You know, that's... I reckon, you know, if an apocalypse happened, that we would be capable of doing that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there's lots of people that think, you know, I'd do so well in an apocalypse. And you're just like, you get fucked.
Yeah.
You just...
You by yourself?
Yeah, with all your mad ninja skills you learned from Naruto.
With your $15 machete off eBay. It's been stashed in your cupboard.
Like, I'm pretty sure the two of us would probably do alright. But I'm a well-built individual. Like, I'm not terribly fit.
Yeah.
But if I worked out, I've got the physique that I would be, like, a decent fighting force.
Yeah.
And I am extraordinarily unhinged. You,
I just rile you up and send you in.
you actually have, you know, the tracking abilities and the ability to sort of survive in that sort of arena because
Yeah.
of your mad bush childhood. I mean, if there was someone you wanted on your side in an apocalypse, it would be your dad.
Hell yes. Yeah. I should make him a big wheelchair so I can pull him out.
It'd just be one of those dudes in Bloodborne.
Yeah.
With the fucking blunderbuss and just sitting in the chair.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Then yeah, we just make our own town, you know, make some crops underground so the mad zombies don't get to it. With the,
Yes.
find a
Right.
heap of fucking, what's the name of it? See, you know these things, and I can just sort of be the dude that collects them. What are they fucking called? Halogenic lamps? Just go find every
right, yeah,
pothead
yeah.
we can in the fucking town and steal their
Just
lamps.
go make a mad hydroponic system.
Yeah, underground,
Yeah. In our mad bunker.
out of town. Because you don't want to be in the city when the shit hits the fan.
Nah.
You want to be out of town. You want to get out of the city. Or get out of the town as best, quickly as possible. And there is also one thing that Bill's doing well that Joel is not, and that's Bill actually has, you know, long sleeves on and gloves, whereas Joel's got his sleeves rolled up.
Yeah.
You're like, you know, that's
Bill's got his
immediate
post.
infection territory going.
He's got his apocalyptic PPE on.
Yes. Like, I am not a big... Like you, okay, so like I would be Joel there and then you'd be Bill. I am not overly big on the whole PPE stuff like you, Mr. Safety, but in terms of infectious diseases, yes.
Yeah. Fucking just hazmat suit every time you go outside.
Oh, yeah.
Armored hazmat suit.
Oh, it'd be like fucking Metro Underline if you fucking called. Set in nuclear Russia. Or post-nuclear Russia.
Ooh. That sounds good.
Yeah, the Metro series were pretty decent types of games.
Yeah, Russia is an intriguing country.
How so? I mean, obviously it is, but I wanted you to expand.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of... In some ways, it's, you know, so westernized. And, I suppose, arguably, it is one of the Western influences.
Mm.
It's a massive fucking country for a start. But,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's just so much in that country, and it's got so much history, everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's got so much history, and yet it kind of, I don't know, still sort of seems to fly under the radar a lot in our culture.
Yeah.
You don't seem,
Well, I think
seem
it's
to-
sort of got it
Deliberately.
yeah, I think it's deliberately sort of keeping itself under the radar.
Yeah. But yeah, I just find it sort of intriguing. Like it's a country with a lot of facets because it borders so many countries. You know, it like
Yeah.
borders right up against Kazakhstan.
Got a lot of natural resources as well. 'Cause it's so
Yeah.
fucking massive. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
it's where you
right.
get most of your diamonds and shit. I think. And a
can't-
few other things.
Actually, remember what its size of like its land mass.
This is where
is
Ellie
in
drives away,
comparison.
and it's the end.
Yeah.
Of the movie.
Yeah, what its land mass is in comparison to like Australia, because I've got a funny feeling that the
No,
way
no,
the
'cause
maps are drawn, it's disproportionate, whereas Australia is actually like pretty fucking huge.
Oh, I know. I have seen the pictures of where Australia
Mm.
compared to like England and
Yeah.
parts of
It's
Europe and
just
stuff,
like-
and you're like, this is massive. I mean, even though we mostly live on the coast, so we only live on sort of the outer of Australia.
Yeah.
It sort of doesn't show, like you can. It boggles my mind the ability to be able to drive between countries.
Yeah.
That just in a day.
Yeah, like in Europe,
Yeah.
you can go through heaps of countries. Yeah.
Whereas our country is just separated by a giant body of water. It takes.
Yeah, yeah.
If we
we
were
can
to
drive all
drive-
day and only get to another town.
Yeah.
Like, not even leave the state. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Pretty crazy.
Get the fuck out of my town, you asshole. I like to hope that they're still friends, but it's just sort of hard to tell with Bill.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my town.
I suppose it depends on your definition of friend.
Yeah, true.
In this instance, is sort of someone that's not going to shoot you on sight. So that's pretty good.
Bill was pretty decent there. He even gives you something to get gas, or otherwise known as petrol out.
Yeah.
You fucking Americans calling petrol gas.
Ah,
What the fuck do you call gas? Dickheads.
gas.
Where did you get that?
Propane. There's other
I
types
sell
of gases.
propane and propane accessories.
Yeah. Are you gay? I sell propane. Ah, good
Welcome
old
to
Hank.
the propane train.
I do love that show. Hank's so good.
I do like he's just playing country music here at the moment.
Ding 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 ding. Yeah, he's from Texas.
I do like to look like that is me at work. The look on his face there. Ellie describing, oh, how do you even walk around with that thing? It's okay. It's just like, why are all the pages stuck together? See, it's that kind of quality writing. I do enjoy
Yeah.
that. Like that's sort of subtle enough that it's funny.
Yeah.
It is good, and I've viewed that a couple of times, and I still enjoy it.
Yeah. Mainly because of his uncomfortableness.
Like, yeah, I do like the way they sort of show Joel as the average dude. Like, even though he is fairly hardcore.
Yeah,
he's just,
yeah.
You know, like, that could be your dad.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
That was my dad.
Yeah, true. In the wars before.
Yeah. In Northern Territory, which is basically post-apocalyptic.
People are like, oh, I love that Mad Max movie. Well, that's the fucking Northern Territory.
Yeah.
I do. Like here, he's sort of shown that he knows it's an ambush,
Yeah.
and then sort of this happens. But all the way back up,
Street,
back
he's like, yeah,
That
well-
was that first turning point when he goes to do the Y.
Yeah, I suppose up the street he's probably thinking this is a good place for an ambush.
Yeah.
You know.
And he's like, oh, this is looking very suspicious. Oh, shit.
Whoa!
I am a bit like at the moment we can't hear it at the current moment. We can't hear it at the moment. I didn't want to use moment twice, but we can't hear the music playing. But I am a big fan of horror movies and sort of horror shows. Whereas this is sort of this is more of a thriller, but where you play upbeat music while showing horribly scary or depressing things.
Yeah.
And I don't know where my fondness for that came from, but I suspect Supernatural.
Alright, yeah. Oh, shit, son.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you're gonna die, you fucking hillbilly piece of shit. You're going down.
Boom.
Yeah!
See, that's what I love about this game. I think, oh, these motherfuckers that stole all my shit, and then I just play this game, and it's just gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Think of
On
all
the edge of the
people I
counter.
loved.
Oh, yeah. Splat.
What's wrong with these guys?
Yeah, that's right. I've thought so many times that I see fights with people and people seem tougher than they are in some ways. Like, you know, you go and cut up a chicken and you can just use the scissors. You know what I mean? You just snip it away and you can just crunch bone. Like that, your fingers are like that. Like, you are just meat.
Yeah.
In a fight, if you really want to, you can just do these things. It's in your head that you're picturing that this is a person. That's what limits you.
Yeah.
As soon as you start picturing that as not a person, as just a piece of meat, that's when you can start doing some real damage. You know? Yeah.
Well, I mean, people sort of overplay the human body to a degree. Like, the human body can survive a lot.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we are weak creatures.
Well, yeah, like yesterday there was a surgeon in Melbourne, got punched in the head, knocked him out, died that night.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's...
And yet, that guy in America, 5 years ago, driving down the highway as a piece of delivery guy or something, piece of rebar gets flicked up, pins his head to the fucking seat. Like, punched a hole straight through the windscreen, pins his head to the seat. 5 years later, he walks with a slight limp. Like, what the fuck?
It is horribly inconsistent how terrible the human body is. At one point, we can survive anything. You know, there's the story of the dude who fell out of the plane and landed in a puddle. All his bones were broken, but he survived.
Yeah.
But then there's the dude getting punched in the back of the head. Yeah. Dude getting punched in the back of the head. Done. Killed. That's it.
That's right. It
is extraordinarily inconsistent.
Yeah.
Okay, either we are incredibly tough or we're not, guys. Come on. Okay, that is the kind of shit that would piss me off in a video game.
Yeah.
It's like in The Witcher 3, okay? How high is a slope that I can die from?
Yeah.
How high, is it this hill level? Or is it this hill level? You know, how much fall damage is okay?
Yeah. I had that just the other day playing The Witcher. I wandered off a ledge and was like,
what
dead.
The fuck? Yeah,
your ankles just cave underneath you.
That's
you're like, come on, man, you fucking mutant superhuman. I could live that.
At the same time, you probably went down a hill earlier that was that distance. And then for some reason it suddenly decided, no, you landed not right.
Oh, you skidded too far there. You're dead. Yeah.
You didn't brace yourself as you landed.
Motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to do this bit because I wanted to show some zombies and some people in the video, because the whole point of The Last of Us is it sort of shows you the differences between the people and the zombies. And it does find you that the zombies are... the people are the bigger threat, I've found.
Yeah, absolutely.
While the people are sort of easier to take care of because they're predictable, in terms of, you know, but the
Yeah, and they don't have the tiers that the
that
the parasites do.
mushroom
Like they
dudes
don't have, you know, the big guys, the little guys. That, you know, they don't have specific roles per se. Like they've got guys with guns and guys
Yeah.
without guns. That's about it.
Like, I mean, it's in stark contrast to what Bill says in the game, where he's like, well, at least the zombies are predictable, but I didn't fucking find that.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be predictable, but in the bits where I was playing, the AI sort of bugged out. They were just completely unpredictable. But that being said, you can sort of sneak by them, and you can predict them to a degree.
Yeah.
So you can sort of, you know, go past them, or, you know, as long as you don't do this, that this will do that. Whereas
bullets.
the people are a lot harder to get rid of.
Yeah, because they keep looking for you.
Yeah, well, they keep looking for you, and
Oh snap!
but they've also got, you know, guns and stuff, so they can get you from a distance.
Whoa!
And then there's the whole bit where
Boom.
there's sort of different combinations of melee, whereas with the runners, you've got the different rankings of the mushroom virus and sort of the different stages of infection. But you know how much each stage of infection can do, whereas with the people, if you're both in a fist fight, you're pretty good. You can block a fist fight, but if the dude has a bit of rebar,
Yeah.
and you don't,
Then you're
you
fucked.
can't block that, and so that's you out. It only takes you 2 hits of a plank of wood to knock you down.
Yeah.
But if you both have a plank of wood, then you can block that, and so that sort of adds it up. And then if, you know, you have a plank of wood and a dude has a gun, and it just sort of depends on who's quicker.
Yeah. Case in point.
Yeah. But so it's sort of, each one has their different advantages and disadvantages, but I have to say that playing it, the zombies were easier.
Yeah.
And it does sort of, and I think that's what the game was sort of describing, is that, you know, the zombies were there and they were rough, but you were mostly going to hide from them and that sort of thing. You can't sneak past them. The people are a lot worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Just kind of fucked up
Yeah.
because it feels more realistic.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of true. It just sort of shows all the riots and things that happened after Trump's inauguration, and, you know, all the racists coming out and all the rest of that bullshit.
Ah, yeah.
Ooh, tin fruit, my favourite.
Fuck yeah, give me some peaches.
I have to admit, I have been having some tin fruit at work, and fuck, I mean, no, I haven't, if anyone at work's listening, from the hierarchy. Because they don't like
You
it
didn't
when
say it was their fruit?
you don't eat they don't like it when you eat the leftover fruit. You got to throw that in the bin. Because they're dumbasses.
Dick knobs. Dick knobs? Nah, whatever.
Yeah, there is
It
such
works.
a thing as a dick knob.
Yeah.
It is the head of the penis.
The knob.
Just the way you sort of... Yeah, see, that was good. I did do one bit later on where I just killed a whole bunch... Like, I killed like 5 dudes with the one bow and arrow. I just kept retrieving the arrow from the corpse.
That is beautiful.
Because the beautiful thing about the bow and arrow is that it's a one-hit kill if you get them from behind.
Ah, okay.
And if you do it the right way and the arrow doesn't break, you can just keep taking the arrow back.
Whisper in his ear as you pull it out. I killed your other friends with this arrow. Yeah.
Penetrated them good. One of the things with Dragon Ball Z, the Bridge series, is that the current villain is this sort of dude that just keeps saying sexual innuendos to everybody and is just super creepy about it. I just want you to know, while I'm pounding your son, I'm going to be thinking of you.
Hurry up, bitch.
This door's heavy, motherfucker. This is that bit where they go in and they just got bodies everywhere here. Which makes me think that you would be close to their headquarters, but maybe they just got too many bodies at the headquarters. So they had to try and, you know, find a different spot to stash them.
Why didn't he just run over to the chain so he didn't fucking risk his fingers. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
It's because
not
it's
the
a game
only
and it's a mechanic, so we don't have to
inconsistency
worry
there.
about it because it's yeah. There's a few bodies.
Mm.
Dang, these guys have been making a business out of it.
Sort of, yeah, look at all these pairs of shoes. Hmm.
Yeah. Not working in a real, like... You know, if I was going to do that, I'd be a bit more efficient about it. I wouldn't just leave piles of stuff that you've looted to rot away. You know, you want to get
It's
it...
already shown that they
laundered
are
and
the
washed
brightest individuals.
Eh.
It's just a group of bachelors that go around raping people.
The good old days. Make
Yeah.
America great again.
For all that pesky feminism and equal rights.
Yeah, yeah.
This
Wasn't any
this
AIDS
has
until
nothing
they
to
started complaining
do.
about it.
There
Yeah.
was what?
Any AIDS before people
Oh,
started
yeah.
complaining about it.
There wasn't any AIDS until some stupid motherfucker
Fucked a
decided to
monkey.
fuck a monkey.
Yeah. Anyway,
Were you that starved for sex, or were you just that drunk that you couldn't picture the difference between a monkey and a hairy chick?
just fucked up. Just fucked up individual, I think. Anyway.
I mean, either that or it could be that a monkey raped somebody.
Well, it could have just been bitten by a monkey, which is probably more likely. But, you know.
True. Not quite as funny, though.
No, not quite as funny.
I got bitten by a monkey and now I have AIDS.
Yeah.
That whole pesky infection thing.
Yeah.
I've wanted to have a rant about this, so I'm going to say it now.
Alright.
Because I will go back to The Last of Us shortly. But I saw a post the other day on Kids Spot, parenting of all things, was a Breatharian couple claim they have barely eaten for 9 years. Which I suppose sort of fits into the post-apocalypse thing, because, you know...
Yeah, I
say,
suppose.
you know, they haven't eaten for 9 years.
Yeah, which is a crock of shit if you look at the photos. Either that is a photo of them before they were idiots.
No,
But,
it's
like,
just bullshit. They are
Hands
obviously,
down. Yeah.
like, withholding information and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, look at this. Camilla Costello even practiced a breatharian pregnancy, not eating anything during the entire 9 months that she carried her first child. These
Yeah.
people do not fucking understand how this works.
Yeah. That is actually, like, not physically possible.
I can't
Unless
think
he
of-
was just the biggest, fattest bitch. like seriously
Yeah, no, that's the after
bariatric.
photo.
Yeah.
I can't think of the word. You won't see the mad quick cut because I had to fit enough in the video. And at one point, there we go. And it's just so a Bavarian mum and dad of two have barely eaten for and then they use the phrase barely eaten. At which point,
Yeah.
So what? Did you have enough sort of meat on your bones to a degree? At which point, I feel sorry for that child. Like
Yeah.
at the start, that is a healthy child.
Yeah.
And like, you know, humans don't have photosynthesis. We cannot just walk out into the sunlight and then just create our own energy. I don't
Yeah.
care what bullshit you say. Like, I am not an incredibly intelligent individual. I just sort of have this amazing sort of common sense that I can just sort of picture what should or might happen. And then I can just sort of, people will say, oh, why did that happen? And at which point I'll just pull shit out of my ass. I did something the other day. I can't remember what it was, but I remember saying at the end of it going, I didn't know anything about that. I just sort of pulled random facts from thin air, and it just all made perfect sense.
Yeah.
And it also all happened to be true.
And you believed it. No. Well, and that's the other thing, is that article presents it as a truth. Like, bullshit.
Oh yeah, but it's sort of hard to tell these days with what with so many internet browsers. Like, any motherfucker and their dog can make a website.
Yeah. And me.
But you know, you have to consume something. You have to consume stuff to create energy.
Yeah.
It's, you know, like, just, you know, a fire cannot run on nothing. A fire cannot run on air alone.
Yeah.
Flowers do not grow from nothing. They have water and they get energy from the sun. We do not operate that way. We are not plant matter. Although we do share most of our DNA common net
Well, a whole bunch
with
of it.
daisies.
Yeah. Maybe not most, but a chunk of it.
I think like 80% or something.
30% with a daffodil.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
But it is weird sort of showing the bits of DNA and stuff that sort of, you know, you can share so much with that, but that's that extra sort of 30%
Yeah.
that sort of is just so different that it brings you to this.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, I mean, basically everything on Earth sort of started off from the same...
Origin.
Yeah, most things on Earth started off from the same sort of molecules.
Well, yeah,
In the
it's
ocean.
definitely the same molecules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've all got the same makeup in us.
Yeah. There may have been a couple of different iterations of life,
Yeah.
you know, and we already know that like modern like multicellular life is a culmination of two different types of life, because at some point two different single cell organisms merged, and that's how we get bodies that
Bumped
function the way
uglies.
they are. Well, not even bumped uglies like that.
Bumped uglies in the terms of amoebas.
Yeah, well, they literally merged. Two life forms literally became one.
Okay.
Like if you open up one of your cells, if you just get a skin cell
Oh, let
and
me
look
do that
inside
right now.
and then you look inside it, like cells have organelles, which it's just a word for organs in a cell. Have different components of a cell that do different things, and within that there's the mitochondria, and the mitochondria is like the powerhouse. It's like what makes the actual energy in the cell, so it takes in the nutrients and that's what, anyway, that has different DNA to the rest
Yeah,
of you.
sorry, I didn't mean to have my eyes glaze over.
Yeah, but the mitochondria has different DNA. You might have heard the term mitochondrial DNA.
Yeah, well, I have heard the term mitochondriac.
No, hypochondriac.
Oh, okay.
That's
I've
different.
confused the two.
Hypochondriac is somebody who thinks that they are sick when they're not, or they relate basically anything to a symptom. So somebody that like every day is like, oh, I smelt burning feathers. I must have, you know, I must have a tumor in my head. Oh my god, I've got an itch on my hand.
Maybe burning
that means,
toast.
No, burning feathers is a common like joke.
Oh, okay.
That people about having a tumor. But I don't know why burning feathers.
I think it's burning
No,
toast.
burning feathers, man. Honestly, it is. Anyway, whatever. So, why feathers are specific to anyway. But yeah, so the fact that you've got like mitochondrial DNA that is different from the rest of your human
just
DNA.
knowing what the smell of burning feathers was. Is it just the burning hair?
Yeah, I reckon it would be.
Because otherwise I just think that there was a whole heap of pigeons outside that had self-combusted or something.
Yeah, so it's a hypochondriac is somebody that always believes that they are ill.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
stupid motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, I thought that was pretty crazy. That
Man, I still can't get over the fact that we've got like star DNA in us.
well, it's not DNA,
But yeah, you know, star
that we
makeup.
made,
not
yeah,
you know what I
our
mean?
raw elements have been
Yes.
forged in a star. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yep.
But yeah, we got off the topic of us having a complaint, having a whinge and rant
About
about these dumb motherfuckers that think that. And the problem is that, you know, it's okay if, but then again,
Think
it
of
is
the children.
natural. It is, yeah, the kids. I mean, that is just natural selection at its finest. Sort
yeah.
of.
Darwin Award.
Yeah.
How did he
think
die?
Just chose not to eat. 'Cause
Just
you can live
by
off.
breathing.
And it's not even, I don't even think it's like they don't even think it's like it's sort of photosynthesis.
Synthesis.
Yeah, they can't just wheelbarrow. They can't living like plants. They are living off of good energy.
Yeah.
That's the real sort of
Although I suppose arguably humans do to some degree photosynthesize, not in the in respect to the traditional like having chlorophyll like a plant, but when
For a second there, I
because
thought
we
you were going
get
to say good energy, and I was going to smack you.
no because of that we synthesize vitamin D when we're exposed to sunlight.
Yeah.
Nigga, what?
Yeah, that happened because the controller decided to die after I hit that dude, and he was begging for his life. And then I couldn't get the controller on fast enough, and he injured me. And I tried to restart it, but because this, and so do that again, but because this game auto-saves, it just auto-saved it at the next bit. So I couldn't do it again. So I just decided to cut that bit out. So you didn't see the bullshit.
Stooge. Yeah. So yeah, anyway.
My blood tests during all 3 trimesters were impeccable, and I gave birth to a healthy baby. You know, like just the fact that you were having blood tests.
Yeah.
And did the doctors know that you weren't eating?
That's just straight up bullshit. It's just somebody lying. That's what it is.
Oh, was it
There is no way she would just be fucking. Women who eat get malnutrition from being pregnant. Like
Miss Costello, 34, who lives between California, USA, and Ecuador with her husband, explained humans can easily be without food, as long as they are connected to the energy that exists in all things and through breathing.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, I suppose arguably, yes, you can definitely live longer by breathing than you can by not eating.
For 3 years, Akahi and I didn't eat anything at all, and now we only eat occasionally, like if we were in social situations or if I simply want to taste a fruit. You know, like I feel like tasting a fruit every day. You know, I could really go a bit of fruit now. It's called hunger, cunt!
It's called hunger, you dumb bitch. Oh my god.
Since breatharianism, I feel healthier and happier than I've ever done before. When I was younger, my weight fluctuated, but now after having 2 children, my body bounced back to its natural shape immediately. Because you were becoming malnutritioned, you dozy bitch.
Malnourished.
That's it. Okay, I know what I mean.
I know.
I just don't
understand.
have the words. I never suffer from PMS symptoms anymore, and I feel more emotionally stable.
Is she dead? Is that what it is? Is a ghost writing this? She died years ago.
I suspect delirium is set in.
Yeah. Holy fuck. Oh, the thing that gets me is articles like that are so dangerous to people
Idiots?
to people who are ignorant. That there are so many uneducated people that can still use the internet, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah. Well, the kind of people that think fucking chocolate milk comes from brown cows, those kinds of people.
yeah, like,
Able
oh my
to take a
god,
survey,
you
but-
mean I don't need the chocolate milk? I can just breathe? Well, arguably, no, you don't need the chocolate milk, but, you know, some food every now and again would be handy. Yes, humans can live off a lot less food than what we eat now, but
That's fucking
fuck.
stupid. Oh, I can live on the natural chi of the world.
Yeah, wow. Energy. Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that like it's also water. Like they do without water as they reckon they can do without water as well.
Yeah, which is a crock of shit.
The pair had to slowly work their way from vegetarianism to a vegan diet and then to just eating fruit before starting the 21-day breatharian process. In this process, during the first 7 days, nothing is consumed, except air. The next 7 days, some water and diluted juice, and the last 7 days, diluted juice and water. What?
Yeah. It's the same thing, motherfuckers. In a different order.
I think they mean to say no.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The 21-day breatharian process was a powerful one and stepping stone into realizing the infinite potential that lies within. I used to eat a lot, but I haven't felt hungry since the process in 2008. And this article is from 2017. It has led us to explore the breath and its presence within our lives, showing us that we could easily be without food as long as we had air.
Dear God.
I do feel sorry for the
It's
kids in
fucked
this
up.
state because, like, they are being denied shit because their parents are idiots.
Yeah, that's
Kind of like the kind of parent, like
called abuse.
yeah. Same with the kids that are just fed shit because their parents are idiots.
Yeah. That too is abuse.
So we have all these little fucking
I'm a little obese.
bouncy balls.
Oh man, it's fucked up.
I didn't feel the need or desire to eat solid food during the entire 9 months, and so I only ate 5 times, all of which were in social situations.
What a dozy
5
bitch.
months and 9 months while she was pregnant.
Does she realize that, like, the body starts taking the calcium from your bones to build the baby? Like, if you don't give your body enough, even when
Yeah.
you do give your body enough, it still degrades your
What
bones
she
and
said.
teeth.
Because she's bedridden now.
Yeah.
A single step forces her shin bones to break. But I'm fine.
I'm
Oh,
fine.
fine.
I'm still breathing.
And I knew my son would be nourished enough by my love, and this would have allowed him to grow healthily in my womb. From love.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you love someone, that is enough for them to survive.
Shit. All these years.
Uh,
Oh man.
Pity I hate everyone. And the problem is that it is dangerous. There are people who... I'm not going into everything in that article. But there are people who... Well, only because I fucking lost the other article. But I guarantee you if I looked at it, but I don't want to. Was... Because there are people who have tried it.
Yeah.
Because I think I looked up, like it was either a fact check or something. It was some other article when I looked up, breatharianism. Is this actually a thing? Because I thought the article was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
But no, there is actually people, ignorant dumbasses, that have looked at this and gone, like there was a woman trying to sell a book that sort of said the same thing, but you know, that you can survive just by breathing.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
fucked
survive on the good nature, the good, like, you know, the positive energy of the world. And these idiots. And, you know, there's... The only people that have survived are the ones that are sort of selling these stories.
Yeah, and they're the ones that fucking
Yeah.
eat when no one's looking.
Otherwise, you know, these people... one woman went on a breatharian diet with 2 dudes where she was basically chained into a... Not chained, but locked in a room with nothing to eat or drink. And she just went insane. She lost all bowel functions and all the rest of it. You know, other women, other dudes, not just women, other people have, you know, just cop delirium. Their brains just gone.
Yeah.
Like, internal organs start to crash and all this other bullshit. You're like, what the fuck? Why would you even bother? Why would you try this?
Yeah.
So many people who have done this and, like, have irreversible organ failure.
It's just... I can't even comprehend the level of stupidity involved with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know. Then again, I can't comprehend how people can... Well, actually, I suppose I can comprehend how people believe in a god, but...
People like to believe in something greater than themselves to sort of help get them through the day. Personally, I don't.
Yeah.
But that's because life is meaningless.
Yeah. I suppose
It's
it
sort of
is
the
in
thing.
some ways.
Well, it is. At the end of the day, like, basically, like, all these people that sort of like you, that sort of have a drive and a goal towards the end. Whereas, really, to me, everything is just sort of, you know,
Well,
just trying to... You're stuck here, so you have to make reason, like, you know, you have to sort of play along with society until it's time for you to die, at which point you will die and then nothing else, and you will die and it
But
will have been like nothing ever happened. It will be like you never existed.
That is the purpose. That you know, you're an ecosystem in of your own right. So your purpose is just to be
Yeah, but you don't
what you
matter.
are.
You don't matter though.
It depends on your definition of matter, doesn't it? I mean, all the bacteria in your gut can't live without you. There's like 3 kilos of bacteria living in your body that can't live without
that
you.
poor bacteria.
Yeah, well,
In the grand scheme of things, if the human race was suddenly wiped out tomorrow, it wouldn't matter. The world
of
would
course it
continue
wouldn't
on.
matter. Yeah. The world's not a sentient thing.
Yeah, but it's still.
It still doesn't mean you can't
better
revel in the
than this.
wonder of the fact that you're even there.
Uh,
I think it's pretty fucking crazy.
I'm just not that big on it.
It really hurts my brain when I start thinking about it.
Whoopah!
How did that dude not see you?
No, he did. Right before my arrow pierced his chest. Wait, what the fuck is
Oh,
that?
wait! Is that a...
I can sort of see it from these sorts of anti-hero characters, which Joel is. He's a fucking... What are they called? Well, he is a pragmatic hero. So I'm just going to fucking one of these days get on this thing and just go through TV tropes. Because TV tropes is a dangerous thing. You get on there thinking, oh yeah, I'll look this up. And then, 5 hours later and you got like 50 tabs open. Just reading like, what the fuck is this?
Honestly, haven't spent that much time on them.
How the fuck have you not? It is just amazing the kind of shit that you get on there. I'm always enjoying reading on the sliding scale of anti-heroes. I think Joel is a nominal hero. And he's only a hero because the characters, the good characters in the plot, align with his sort of his own morals. Like and that's because, and then at the end, it's unfortunate for the Fireflies because they lose their only cure.
Yeah.
Because Joel, being a nominal hero, only cares about, like you said before, his and his own. Much like Guts in Berserk is a nominal hero.
Yeah, it's true, because he only bands up with the other people because...
Like, he only bands up with his current merry group of followers because he needed help looking after his brain-damaged girlfriend. Because he couldn't cope anymore.
Yeah.
And at which point he was just like... But now he's become attached to them. Because it doesn't take much to get on Guts' good side. You just have to be nice to him. Just amazing how many assholes are in that universe.
You mean like real life?
Yeah.
So many assholes.
Otherwise, Guts is unhinged, but a fairly decent human being. He's pretty kind. He's always looking out for people. It's just if you're an asshole or don't take the time to get to know him, he just doesn't give a shit whether you live or die.
You're gonna cut your ass.
Like, there was a scene in the Retribution arc, which was sort of based around the... what is it? Not the Crusades. The sort of the Dark Ages that they don't like to call the Dark Ages anymore. And
I thought it was to
in
call
the
the
back
Dark
of the neck.
Ages. Yeah.
Historians and other people don't like to call it, but anyway. And that sort of period of religious, not repression. Is it repression?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, religious repression. And they're just sort of, burning burning
that's a good
books and that. Thank you. Burning books and, just telling people, you can't think that way, and, getting rid of all the pagan religions and that sort of bullshit.
Yeah, that's
There's this scene where this Mosgus, I think his name is, this sort of priest guy, says, if we sacrifice the girl, then the demons will disappear, because there are demons around. At which point, Guts kills Mosgus and takes his girlfriend back, Casca. And the people are like, please sacrifice the girl and save us. At which point, Guts tells them to fuck off.
Yeah.
So I don't give a shit about you or anyone else. If you're so weak that you die like that, then you can get fucked.
Pick up a sword. Because again, he's just a man. He's a big man.
Yeah,
Big
he is a
angry
big
man.
But he is just a man. And there is sort of... It is iffy as to whether or not... Because they are attracted to him and the girl.
Oh,
because
of the
brands. And
yeah.
so it is questionable as to whether or not if they did kill them both, that they would be spared.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd have to kill Guts, and that in and of itself is a pretty difficult task.
He ain't gonna just fall on his sword. Hell no.
But they did sort of, because I mean, Guts survives because the creatures are afraid of fire, and so he creates a big fire, and so that allows them to survive the night. Because they don't like light. And so they survive. And, but otherwise, everyone else dies horribly. But I do like anti-heroes, though. Mostly because I think they're more realistic heroes.
Yeah.
Than the typical standard, everyone is good hero. I have met people like that, but I've always thought they were horribly naive about the world.
Yeah. It's, it never feels quite realistic.
But then again, that just might be my cynicism talking.
Oh, in the hip.
Because I'm pretty sure he can still scream right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he'd be screaming with an arrowhead wedged in his hip. Oh, yeah.
It's pretty... this is like... Because I got the military backpack because I bought extra stuff because I finished the game. And I've got Ellie in her Jack and Daxter goggles.
Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, it's a video game made by the same people that made this game.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure you've probably seen it at some
I
point.
probably
Spiky
have.
head dude with pointy ears and this weird little meerkat on his shoulder.
Oh, yeah, I have. Yep.
Like, I'm pretty sure the same people that made this game made Crash Bandicoot as well.
That's a big fucking break.
Naughty Dog.
Same studio, or is that just the...
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the publishing.
No, that's not the publishing.
Hate it when you... in computer games, you're doing that and you find yourself trying to look around the corner.
Yeah.
You're like, leaning. It's not gonna fucking work, dumbass. Just look at the television.
I don't know, and you find yourself telling yourself that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to work, dumbass.
And then, as soon as you just turn around and do it.
It's like at work when I go to feed the residents. Because I've seen
open your mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, why would I think that's going to help? But I do it every time.
Well, it's a natural reaction. For a start, like with children, when you're feeding children automatically like to imitate. So when you do it, they do it, and then you can put the spoon in.
Yeah, but I don't think that. I'm just fine. I just catch myself doing it.
Yeah, but that's what
so
it is,
it's
man.
just-
It's
it's just
hardwired. You
okay,
automatically do it. You don't even realize you're doing it. You're parenting, and you didn't even know it.
It's disgusting.
Yep, it's the old reflex thing, bro. It's built-in pack behavior.
I think we should probably build some apocalypse weapons.
Fuck yeah.
I saw on Men at Arms the other day doing a Fallout build, and then
I watched it. Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like how he forged his own nails.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah, it's good. And the sword blade one was pretty good too.
Yeah, I like.
I wouldn't mind doing a sword blade mace. Would be cool with the different. Yep.
Oh yeah,
That'd be nice.
I wonder if we should get takeaway later.
Take away.
I'm wondering if there was more that we wanted to talk about. I mean, apart from quadriceps,
I mean,
the
I
fucking thing
can,
in this game.
I can talk about shit all day, man.
Yeah, that's what we're
Put
doing.
me on a fucking tangent.
But like, I do wonder if quadriceps, the thing in this game,
Yeah.
could ever become like this. Like, just a new strand comes about that infects people.
don't
Because
see
I was
why
looking at
not.
something the other day because we have no natural predators. But is it just because...
Oh, we've got plenty of fucking natural predators, motherfucker.
Yeah, but nothing that has
Lions,
adapted...
tigers.
Nothing that has adapted to us. Like, lions
Yeah.
are still there, but they were always like that.
Yeah, that's
They
because
haven't
they didn't
suddenly-
need to, man.
Yeah.
It's because
But, like,
they
some
got
sort of
bigger claws than we do.
Bacteria or, you know... Oh, and here I make a fatal mistake.
Strangling some dude.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately...
hide behind the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, the
No.
yeah, unfortunately, the sort of strangle animation doesn't have a cancel. So once you're in it, you can't just immediately, which is
Get out of it.
irritates me because
Yeah.
you could just be doing the strangle and then just quickly just punch him in the nose to that that
And drop them.
nose punch that kills him, or drop him on the ground and then step on him.
Yeah.
Oh well, we may as well stop it now. Asshole's got a phone call.
Hello.